Hello, Clarice. I can't do it. I can't do a good one. Today we're watching Silence of the Lambs. It's gonna be the first time my wife is watching it. This is an absolute classic movie. We're doing a few one-offs in between us doing, it looks like it's gonna be Mission Impossible from the Patreon poll, but we wanted to do a few one-offs and we'll probably be interlacing some one-offs in between the Mission Impossible movies anyways, because as much as we love the movie series, there's a lot of individual movies that we would just love to watch, but we can't because they're not part of a series. So that's gonna be the plan. Mission Impossible and individual film. What do you know about Silence of the Lambs and how are you feeling going into this one?
Full disclosure, I have seen some, I guess they would be like infamous scenes from this movie, but I've never seen it in its entirety. And
like what scenes have you seen?
Something with a basket and was it water he put in there? No, lotion. I don't even know how to describe the scene. He's like playing with his parts in the mirror.
Oh. Yeah, just the good stuff, the good scenes.
But if you were to ask me like, what is this movie about? I couldn't tell you. But I'm really curious because it looks terrifying. I asked Holden, like, is it horror? What is it classified as? And obviously on Amazon Prime, it says horror on it. It looks like a horror. And what does the title mean? The Silence of the Lambs? What does that mean? So I'm just really excited. I have lots of questions, but I hope that there's a lot of twists and turns. And I know that this is a very infamous movie. So I'm hoping that it lives up to that. But I'm really excited.
By the time this comes out, this is gonna be old news, but Jen and I are having a baby. We're having a baby boy. I think we announced a week ago from when this is gonna come out. So we're very, very excited about that. We were getting a few questions about how is content gonna work in that case. So we just wanna let you know that the plan right now is we're not really gonna be stopping making content. We're gonna continue making content basically until we can't. That being said, if everything goes fine, and everything is happy and healthy, we might take an interim there during like delivery and whatnot. But even in the past, when we know we're gonna have to be gone for a week or 2 weeks, we usually film a backlog. So hopefully you guys don't ever notice any like big gaps in content. I feel like we're pretty good about making sure that there's consistent stuff, even if we have personal things going on. That's just a heads up, maybe it won't. After the baby is born, I was just planning on just having the baby, because these are movies I've seen. If I have to step out, I can. But we'll make do of the time that we have. So our plan is to make content. Maybe we're thinking 2 stars in the sky, the baby's gonna be really nice and not gonna be freaking out and crying all the time. But I think that we'll be able to make do, so that's the plan.
All in all, what we wanted to get across, because I got a couple messages from people. No, we are not stopping. We intend to keep going and we'll make it work. It may mean kind of switching up the schedule a little bit, which we've done in the past. The first trimester, we really had to do that a lot. There'd be times where like a whole week we wouldn't be able to film because I wasn't feeling good or whatever, but that next week we would catch up or whatnot. So it might be something like that. But we just wanted to assure you guys, like I said, I got a couple messages where you guys sounded worried. So just wanted to make that clear. But yes, we are continuing doing content.
And of course, we can't forget the comment of the day, Clarice. I can't do that part.
Well, see,
okay.
I have no like reference
Yeah,
for
but
this,
you will.
so it's so weird.
You will. Today's comment of the day comes from my wife watches Stranger Things for the first time. This is White Monkey 510, who says, "Oh, I can't wait for Jen to watch Silence of the Lambs for the first time." Thank you so much for that comment of the day. Your wish is our command. I'm usually not so on the nose when it comes to the comment of the day. I look for like non-requests, to feature, but that one was just right for the picking because it was very coincidental when I saw it. So thank you so much for that comment of the day. If you want your comment featured in a comment of the day, leave us a comment down below. We'd love to check them out. For now, let's go ahead and get into it. The Silence of the Lambs. Jodie Foster, killing it.
Oh yeah. I knew she was in this.
As my girl Jodie does. Panic Room, anyone?
She's one of the most like identifiable voices. Flight Plan. That's one of those like underrated movies.
Yeah, Jodie kills it. Look at Jodie getting her workout in.
She's so young.
Jodie Foster's just one of those actresses I just really like for some reason. Look at that font. You can make that Windows Movie Maker 98. So what's stopping you from making movies, huh?
Get some kind of training camp.
Crawford wants to see you in his office.
Oh, FBI.
Mike Rowe? You don't really see zoom shots like this anymore.
Oh, it's
She's
like
the
me at
only woman.
basic training. Oh, nice. It's right up Fox Mulder's
Crawford,
Yes, sir.
Yep.
alley.
in a couple minutes. Why don't you wait?
Ooh. Did that say skins? Mm-hmm.
Your instructors tell me you're doing well. Top quarter of your class.
I hope so.
Jobs come up, and I thought about you.
I needed a soldier.
Not a job, really, more of an interesting errand. We're interviewing all the serial killers now in custody for a psychobehavioral profile. You spook easily, Starling?
Not yet, sir. Who's the subject?
The psychiatrist, Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal the cannibal.
I don't expect him to talk to you.
Wait, who's the psychiatrist?
Hannibal the cannibal. He's locked away. He's a serial killer.
The serial killer's the psychiatrist.
No, there is a psychiatrist in prison named Hannibal the cannibal. He was a psychiatrist before he got arrested.
Who's a psychiatrist that was eating people?
And what is that?
That's fantastic.
From a research point of view, Lecter is our most prized asset. We get a lot of detectives here, but I must say I can't ever remember one as attractive.
Ew, why is he talking to her like that?
Be in Baltimore overnight? Because this can... Oh my, does he hate us? Thinks I'm his nemesis. Oh, are you ever his taste? So to speak.
No pun intended.
Pass him nothing but soft paper. No pencils or pens. No staples or paper clips.
Yes, I understand, sir.
I understand, sir.
I'm going to show you why we insist on such precautions. His mouthpiece and restraints were removed for an EKG. When the nurse leaned over him, he did this to her. The doctors managed to reset her jaw, more or less. His pulse never got above 85.
Jeez.
Her tongue. I keep him in here.
Well, maybe we'll have more luck if I go in by myself.
You might have suggested this in my office and saved me the time.
I would have missed the pleasure of your company, sir.
Oh, she's good.
Yeah, good.
He's past the others. The last cell, you keep to the right.
Oh, I love him.
You'll do fine.
May I see your credentials?
Anthony Hopkins just,
He seems nice.
they all do, don't
Closer,
they?
please. Closer.
He's so good.
That expires in 1 week. You're not real FBI, are you? Jack Crawford sent a trainee to me.
Yes, student.
He's so offended at the notion.
Sit, please. You use Evian skin cream.
This was also me when we worked together.
That is the Duomo scene from the Belvedere.
All that detail just from memory, sir?
Memory, Agent Starling, is what I have instead of a view.
Lend us your view on this questionnaire, sir.
Oh, no. You were doing fine. Ham-handed segue into your questionnaire. It won't do. Jack Crawford must be very busy indeed. Busy hunting that new one, Buffalo Bill. What a naughty boy he is. Why do you think he removes their skins?
Most serial killers keep some sort of trophies from their victims.
I didn't.
No, you ate yours.
Oh, Agent Starling, you think you can dissect me with this blunt little tool? Do you know what you look like to me with your good bag and your cheap shoes? You're a rube, giving you some length of bone, but you're not more than one generation from poor white trash. Oh, is your father, dear, is he a coal miner? Does he stink of the land? All those tedious, sticky fumblings in the backseats of cars while you're getting all the way to the FBI.
You see a lot, Doctor? Why don't you look at yourself and write down what you see?
He's good, huh? Anthony Hopkins. Ladies and gentlemen.
The census taker
seems so respectful.
me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Oh, is that the sound you were doing?
Yeah, I can't really do it.
You fly back to school now, little Starling.
He's good. He's just from that interaction alone. He's
Yeah.
blur it.
Would not have had that happen to you. Discourtesy is unspeakably ugly to me.
Then do this test for me.
Go seek out Miss Moffat, an old patient of mine. Go now!
Oh no!
Maybe we we should put Miggs behind some glass too, guys.
Woo! Whoosh!
Maybe we should go ahead and get you a shower there, Agent.
Oh no.
Just had a real bad day.
Oh my gosh, that was like the first 10 minutes. It's all right, shake it off.
Hands behind your back. Thumbs up.
You're dead, Starling. Where's your danger area?
In the corner, sir.
Did you check the corner?
No, sir.
That's the reason you're dead.
Starling? Miggs is dead.
Dad.
The orderly heard Lecter whispering to him all afternoon. He'd swallowed his own tongue.
The leaker?
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter got him to kill himself.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Lecter did it to amuse himself.
I thought the yourself reference was too hokey for Lecter, so yourself storage facility right outside of downtown Baltimore, sir.
10 years. Prepaid in full.
So nobody's been in here since 1980?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh my gosh. Is a body gonna pop out?
Oh, I have to wait and see.
It's like stuck. Oh my gosh. Body's gonna pop out or something.
If this door should fall down, or this is the number for our Baltimore field office.
Oh, oof. Oh, that looked like it had some rust on it too. You might need to get a tetanus shot, Miss
At least she was
Starling.
smart enough to give him the card and tell him.
Yeah. Hannibal Lecter scares me. Help me, I'm scared.
Oh no. Oh my gosh.
Jack? Rose? What are you guys doing in here?
Oh great, it's a hearse.
Hearse?
Oh my gosh, is it a body? Oh, that's creepy. Ah! What is it? What is it?
Oh,
What is
no.
it? Is it somebody's face?
Somebody's head, it looks like.
Miss the rest of me, meaning that you rented that garage?
Oh.
Not supposed to take anything, Clarice.
Thank you.
Your bleeding has stopped.
How did you?
Why don't you ask me about Buffalo Bill?
Why don't we talk about Miss Moffat? You wanted me to find him?
His real name is Benjamin Raspail. I did not kill him. I nearly tucked him away, very much as I found him after he'd missed 3 appointments. Best thing for him, really. His therapy was going nowhere.
Wow.
How did you feel when you saw him, Clarice?
Scared at first, then exhilarated.
You think Jack Crawford wants you sexually? Do you think he visualizes scenarios, exchanges?
That doesn't interest me.
Not
I didn't
one
say anything.
word.
I didn't
It's
say
the
anything.
sort of thing that Miggs would say.
Not anymore.
What happened to your drawings?
Punishment, you see, for Miggs. I want a window where I can see a tree, or even water. I'm offering you a psychological profile of Buffalo Bill, based on the case evidence. I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
Tell me who decapitated your patient, Doctor.
All good things to those who wait.
Hey, little cheaper.
No.
Keep walking, girl.
Can I help you with that? Look, kind of handicapped.
Yeah.
This is a Ted Bundy
I
move.
got it this far, I just can't get it up in the trunk. I really...
No.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh, she's done for.
Size 14.
Sorry.
Oh
jeez.
gosh. What does size have to do with it?
Good.
Size 14.
Oh no.
Good.
Everlast's been in business for a while.
Found a girl's body down in West Virginia. Been in the water about a week. Looks like a Buffalo Bill type situation.
Keeps them alive for 3 days. We don't know why. 3 days.
Oof.
Then he shoots them, skins them, and dumps them. Each body in a
Jesus.
different Elk River, West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Doggin's done with
Don't
you.
sing that song. You'll get copyright claimed. Take me home.
We appreciate being invited to your jurisdiction. I didn't call you. That was somebody from the state attorney's office. Right.
Oh.
Two of her fingernails are broken off, and it looks like she's tried to claw her way through something. She's got something in her throat.
Lots of times there's like leaves and things in the mouth.
Oh, thank you for that forensic analysis.
Mr. Bodine.
What is that?
No way that could get way down in there like that.
Unless somebody shoved it in there.
All right.
What do you make of these?
Oh.
Configuration than the other victim.
Oh no.
I told that sheriff we shouldn't talk in front of a woman. That really burned you, didn't it?
Cops look at you to see how to act. Matters.
Point taken.
Well, good for him for recognizing it too, I guess. And good for her for taking it on the chin.
Signature marks found around the wrists.
Like a clue from a real murder case? Cool.
Just ignore him. He's not a PhD. What do you do when you're not detecting agents, darling? You ever go out for cheeseburgers and beer?
My guy's shooting his shot.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for you.
You on me, doctor?
Yes.
Meet Mr. Acherontius Styx, better known to his friends as the Death's Head Moth.
This country, they'd have to be specially raised from imported eggs.
Somebody grew this guy.
Been kidnapped by the serial killer known only as Buffalo Bill.
I know you can feel love and compassion, chance to show the whole world that you can be merciful. My daughter is Catherine.
Boy, that's smart.
Release her unharmed.
She keeps repeating the name.
Person and not just an object. It's harder to tear her up.
Please.
I'm not just some turnkey, Miss Starling.
This doctor is too much.
The VA hospital at Oneida Park, New York, with a view of the woods nearby. Maximum security still applies. 1 week of the year, you get to leave the hospital. You may walk on the beach. You may swim in the ocean for up to 1 hour. SWAT team surveillance.
Plum Island, animal disease research.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, why
Yeah,
would they?
right.
It's only part of the island. There's a
very nice beach.
Quid pro quo. I tell you things, you tell me things. What is your worst memory of childhood?
Death of my father.
Tell me about it and don't lie, or I'll know.
Surprised 2 burglars coming out of the back of a drugstore.
Was he killed outright?
Very strong. He lasted more than a month. My father had become the whole world to me.
You're very frank, Clarice. I think it would be quite something to know you in private life. So tell me about Miss West Virginia. Was she a large girl, big through the hips, roomy?
They all were.
Roomy?
Was it a butterfly?
A moth, just like the one we found in Benjamin Raspail's head an hour ago.
The significance of the moth is change. After your father's murder, you were orphaned. What happened next? I don't imagine the answer is on those second-rate shoes, Clarice.
He gets on her about her shoes
He
a
really
lot.
hates those shoes.
Was it a cattle ranch?
Sheep and horses. I ran away.
Did the rancher make you perform fellatio? Did he sodomize you?
No. Quid pro quo, doctor.
Oh, what a good shot.
Billy is not a real transsexual, but he thinks he is. He tries to be. There are 3 major centers for transsexual surgery: Johns Hopkins, the University of Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
If Billy had applied for sex reassignment.
Billy
hates his own identity, you see.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
I won't press charges, I promise. I want to go home, please. Please.
It places the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion in the basket!
Oh.
Oh, it's a fingernail.
They scammed you.
Oh gosh. I'm trying to What's the deal with him? Like, does he like the attention of having the famous psychiatrist in his hospital?
I think it's a power thing. He likes being in charge. In that way, he's not much different than our serial killers.
Answer me, Hannibal.
First name is Lewis. I'll tell the rest of the senator herself, but only in Tennessee.
Jack, Hannibal Lecter's being transferred to Memphis. Did you have a trainee make some sort of phony offer to Lecter? And Paul Krendler's over here from Justice.
Oh wow, it really was a fake.
Welcome to Memphis, Dr. Lecter. I'm Lieutenant Boyle. This is Sergeant Patrick. The sign right here will have us a legal.
That mask.
Here, sir, use mine.
Ugh. That's creepy.
I brought an affidavit guaranteeing your new rights. You want to read it before I sign.
I won't waste your time or Catherine's time bargaining for petty privileges. Let me help you now, and I will trust you when it is all over.
You have my word, Paul.
Buffalo Bill's real name is Louis Friend. Louis had murdered a transient and done things with the skin. Did you nurse Catherine yourself?
Wait a minute.
Yes, I did.
Toughened your nipples, didn't it?
Oh, son of a...
Amputate a man's leg and he can still feel it. And your little girl is on the slab. Where will it tickle you?
All right, Hannibal.
About 180 pounds. Hair blonde, eyes pale blue.
Is he really giving them the information?
We'll have to see.
It seems like he's toying with them.
His description of him was pretty accurate.
It's only through my own unique insight into Lecter's mind that this breakthrough was possible.
Oh, give me a break.
My name is Dr. Frederick Schultz. How do you...
See, I mean,
He's very like self.
it seems like he likes the attention.
Yeah.
All that size, sir.
Didn't like the rejection from Jodie Foster either. Clarice.
Got some new digs.
They're really pulling out all the stops for Hannibal. He reads so dramatically.
Good evening, Clarice. That was good. Pity about poor Catherine, though. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Louis Friend. Iron sulfide, also known as fool's gold.
Read Marcus Aurelius. Of each particular thing, ask, what is it in itself? What is the first and principal thing he does? What needs does he serve by killing? He covets. That is his nature. You don't have any more vacations to sell. Why did you leave that ranch?
One morning, I just ran away.
Not just, Clarice. Something woke you, didn't it? Was it a dream? What was it?
Screaming.
What did you see, Clarice? What did you see?
Lambs. They were screaming. I opened the gate to their pen, but they wouldn't run. They just stood there, confused. I took one lamb and I ran away as fast as I could. I thought if I could save just one, but he was so heavy. The rancher was so angry, he sent me to live at the Lutheran orphanage in Postman.
What became of your lamb, Clarice?
I killed him.
You still wake up sometimes, don't you? And hear the screaming of the lambs. You think if Catherine lives, you won't wake up in the dark ever again with that awful screaming of the lambs?
I don't know.
Thank you, Clarice.
Tell me his name.
Sorry, ma'am, I've got orders. Had to put you on a plane.
Well, let me know when those lambs stop screaming, won't you? Goodbye, Clarice.
Demanded a second dinner. Lamb chops, extra rare.
Same drill as before, please.
Mm-hmm. Are you when you are, Sergeant Pembry?
Hand me that, would you?
Mind the drawings, please.
At least he's a nice cop.
Did he just eat his face?
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, I took a bite out of his cheek there.
Oh! Oh my goodness.
Did somebody go up on 5?
No, nobody went up.
Shots fired on 5.
Sergeant Tate!
It stopped.
Seal off a 10-block radius. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
You guys been working.
Cheese and crackers.
It's taking them a while to just set that up, you know?
2 officers down. Repeat, Lecter's missing and armed. He stripped the bed.
Sergeant Tate, he's alive.
Breathing in and out.
Chris Isaac.
Oh, him, yeah.
Looking good, Pepper. You're gonna make it.
We're losing him.
On the elevator, bringing Pembry down.
He's not that stupid though. They're gonna hide in the elevator.
We're pretty sure he's somewhere on 2, sir.
It can't be that easy. I'm not buying it. He's way too smart for that.
He's on the roof of the elevator.
There's a gun by his hand. He's not moving. One of the leg.
One in the leg, jeez.
He can't be.
Johnny, hold your fire. We're coming into the car.
Is that him? We haven't seen his face.
Looking like him.
Oh my gosh. Is that him?
Unknown. We've got.
But he had his.
130 over 90. Yeah, that's right. 90.
Oh!
Oh, yeah! Savage.
This airport.
Oh my gosh, that was good though.
He killed a tourist, too.
He won't come after me.
Oh, really?
He would consider that rude.
That whole scene was so good. With
Yeah.
the face and...
Yeah, really good. Why is he taking their skin though?
Good question.
He's making himself a woman's suit, Mr. Crawford, out of real women. He's a tailor or a dressmaker.
Starling.
That's why they're all so big.
Starling, we know who he is and where he is. We're on our way right now.
James, come.
Here, I'll be there in...
No, Starling. There's not enough time. We wouldn't have found him without you. Nobody's gonna forget that. At least of all me.
He's gonna get a skin suit? Like a full body skin suit?
Oh, I'll have to see. Oh.
Is he wearing someone's hair?
There goes Boston.
The soul.
Like how he was making TikToks before it became popular. Blur it.
Okay.
You know, I know that this is like his most iconic role, but whenever I see him, I think of one of the lovable oafs from Flubber that gets hit with a bowling ball.
So powerful.
Turn that bucket.
Now you give me a telephone and lower it down to your neck.
Yeah.
You hurt my dog. Don't you make me hurt your dog.
There's me.
You wouldn't hurt that dog. That'd be the one problem with this plan.
That's what I'm saying. I'm him.
Oh.
Don't hurt my dog.
I'm gonna do it, mister.
That guy really been using that flower band for years, huh?
Ooh.
Good afternoon. Sorry to bother you.
What's the problem?
Oh man, she doesn't have any backup.
Investigating the death of Frederica
She
Bell.
doesn't know it's him.
Oh, wait. Was she a great big fat person?
Yeah, she was a big girl, sir.
I got his card in here someplace. Do you want to come in while I look for it?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you close to catching somebody, you think?
Yes.
I mean, she should have some backup with her, especially since she's a trainee.
Yeah. Well, there's a butterfly.
List of employees.
Say, has the FBI learned something?
Oh.
Description, fingerprints, anything like that?
Be cool, Jane. Be cool.
use your phone, please?
Sure, you can use my phone.
Put your hands over your head
Oh,
and turn around. Spread your legs. Thumbs up. Freeze!
dang it, Clarice.
Needs to do some spring cleaning.
For real.
Oh.
Come on, Clarice.
Oh.
Be cool, Clarice.
FBI! You're safe!
Well,
Safe! Get me out of here!
yeah.
You're all right, Kath. Now, where is he?
How did I know? Just get me out of here!
Catherine, she's just not playing anymore.
I'm gonna get you out of there, but right now, you listen to me.
No! Don't you leave me here, you f***ing bitch! No!
Maybe don't bite the hand that's trying to feed you, Catherine. She's been through some stuff. It's fine. It's passable.
I gotta...
Oh my gosh! Was it the lady that owns the house?
Probably. Oh. Jeez.
Oh.
Keep that dog. Good job, Clarice.
Agent Starling. Special Agent Matt. Phone call.
Is that Stick from Daredevil?
Maybe there's hope for you yet.
I think it might be.
I'm proud today.
Cleaned up and younger.
Wow. Yeah, I think it is.
Well, Clarice, have the lambs stopped screaming?
Dr. Lecter.
Oh yeah, that's right. He escaped.
World's more interesting with you in it. So you take care now to extend me the same courtesy. I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh,
I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Dr. Chilton.
Dr. Lecter.
I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Very important. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Oh dear. He's gonna eat him up real nice. Did they make a second one?
Yeah, there's like some different films in the series.
With him in
I
it?
think there's one more with him in it. Maybe two. I don't remember. There's Red Dragon and I think Hannibal. Ooh, so good. All right, just finished watching The Silence of the Lambs, an absolute classic. This won several Academy Awards, I believe, including Best Picture, Best Actor, a bunch of other bests. Absolutely great, but that's the general consensus. I'd love to know what you thought of the movie.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. I made some notes. First and foremost, the character of Hannibal really carried a lot of the weight for this movie. I think if they may have had a different actor playing him, I may not have loved it as much. I think Anthony Hopkins played him perfectly. The fact that he was so in control while being in this essentially a mental hospital / prison was amazing to me. He just commanded the screen, so I think that he did a phenomenal job. I really didn't see him lose control or anything. He was just always calm, collected, always held the conversation, and I think that was great. I think that was very well written. It was executed perfectly, so I can't say enough about that. And one of the lines that stuck out for me was, you get this feeling like he's just like really polite, but also a murderer. It's very odd, but Clarice made a comment. She's like, no, he's not gonna come after me. He would consider that rude. And I think that that's just like the perfect description of his character, so I loved him. The fact that this movie had 2 separate killers focused on was a little bit weird, but so well done. And I say that because I think any other movie, if they had gone that route, it would have been too much. Buffalo Bob, is it
Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill and Hannibal. They just ping-ponged right back between those two. You didn't spend too much time on one. It came out great. It didn't feel overwhelming. It didn't feel like one story got more than the other for me. And that's just like the perfect sweet spot. So I enjoyed that. Oh, and then another thing that stuck out for me with this film is having the characters talk directly to the audience quite a bit in this film. It happened a lot. I think it was all the characters that did that at some point or another.
To Clarice, yeah.
So that's something that I really enjoyed, and I don't think that I've seen in a while, or at least that much in a film, but it really carried a lot throughout the film. I think the intensity was heightened by just talking directly into the camera, like you're talking directly to me. And that's definitely something I picked up on and enjoyed that. Oh, and then there was a couple of scenes in this movie that I think were pretty impactful. One was when Clarice first meets Hannibal, for so many reasons. You know, the actual conversation between her and Hannibal was sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes funny. It was like a mix of emotions, and I think that those are the best types of scenes, and Hannibal definitely brings that out as a character. So that was a very great scene. And then obviously Clarice leaving the prison and getting sprayed on, I'll just leave it at that, was very disturbing, but honestly necessary, because it was, you just needed that moment. Don't say anything beyond that. And then the other scene that I really liked was when Hannibal escapes from his like makeshift prison cell. I thought that was so well done, so beyond what I would have expected. The bar was pretty high with that. I don't think I've ever seen a scene like that, and I don't think I ever will again, but it was very well done. Loved all the switcheroo with Hannibal taking the cop's uniform and passing as him. I thought that was fantastic. So really enjoyed that. And then last thing is, I really like Clarice as a character. The fact that they made her a trainee, but also very capable, very in control. I think that she went through this metamorphosis from being a trainee with Hannibal, meeting him for the first time, being very like unsure of herself, but trying to be confident. And slowly you can see her transition to knowing what she needs to do, trusting that she's very intelligent, and the fact that at the end she saved herself and she saved the senator's daughter. She did it all on her own. You know, backup came in afterwards, but she did it all on her own, and I absolutely love that. I think that's fantastic. So I really enjoyed this film. I think it's something that I would probably need to give it a second viewing just to absorb everything, but it was very well done, very terrifying.
You mentioned how there were a lot of sequences where the person was talking to Clarice, but they'd be looking directly into the camera. That was actually a decision that the director had made to make the audience feel like they are Clarice for those moments. Like when Hannibal's like talking directly towards her, it feels like he's talking directly towards us. And I think that she's the only character that ever gets that point of view, that perspective. Anytime that she's talking back to somebody else, they change it to like a regular camera shot. And then when people are talking to Clarice, it's right into the camera. So yeah, that was intentional, and great you picked up on that. They did a good job of that. I loved Hannibal's intro. The first time we see him and he's standing there in the cell, and she walks over to him, and he's just he's so intimidating. He's so, I put articulate, he's so proper, like you said, but he's like this mix of proper and savage. So a wonderful combination. It makes him even scarier because that level of like intelligence and articulation that he has makes you think, and gentlemanly manners, but also the way he cuts at people, cuts down on people with like the sharpness of his tongue, just really makes him like somebody you don't want to mess with. Because you don't know if he's going to extend a helping hand or if he's going to stab you and kill you. I love Clarice. It's my next note on here. I think that she was absolutely fantastic. I think that this movie did a great job of showing, as a woman, did a great job of showing a strong female character in a predominantly male-dominated field like the FBI. Fun fact about the movie is that the FBI fully gave their cooperation to the production of this movie in hopes that in seeing Clarice, they would be able to recruit more women FBI agents. Oh, fun fact. I really liked the tidbit of the senator when she's talking into the camera on the news broadcast, and she's like, her name is Catherine. She's such and such. You know, Catherine is this, Catherine is that. They make that comment. Smart. She's using her name so that they make her a person instead of an object. And that was very smart, because even in the moments where Buffalo Bill is like lowering the lotion, he talks to her, he talks about Catherine like she's an object. It puts the lotion on its skin, puts the lotion in the basket, it puts the dog in the bin to make the idea of killing her that much easier. That's what everybody does. It's what they've done throughout all of history to justify like killing other groups. That's getting into more, I guess, broader human psychology. But I really enjoyed that, because when they have personhood, it makes victimizing them harder for sensible people. Best scene in the movie, like you already mentioned it, was when Hannibal Lecter escapes. One of the coolest scenes in any movie. And watching it in retrospect, knowing that that's him lying there the whole time just makes it even more exciting. I mean, the fact that he cut off the guy's face and put it on him was great. And then put his body and his outfit on top of the elevator, because he knows that they're gonna take a while before they, you know, because they're so scared and they're so cautious, as they should be. He knows that should give him enough time to get out. I love the filmmaking with the subverted expectations of when the police are like, you know, enclosing on the house, knocking on the doorbell, ringing the doorbell. Buffalo Bill hears it and is like going towards it. So we think as the audience that they're about to catch him. But the subverted expectation is the door finally opens and it's Clarice there, alone, by herself. Alone with the person that we as the audience know is this insane killer. So I love that. I think that was subverted expectations done very, very well. And it builds up the tension for the audience, because we know that Clarice is alone. We know how dangerous he is. It goes back to those POV shots where we're seeing everything that Clarice is seeing. So in that moment with the green night vision, we have his perspective. And so we feel like we're the predator now and Clarice is the prey, and how easy it would be. You see him almost touching her face and touching her hair. It heightens up that vulnerability that she has. Clarice is able to save Catherine, like you mentioned, by herself. You know, as terrifying as it would be for anyone, she's able to do it. And it vindicates that moment from her childhood where she tries to save the screaming lamb and fails. She only gets, you know, a mile away and they end up killing the lamb anyway. She's now vindicated because she saved the girl who needed saving. So the lamb won't scream anymore. So when Hannibal calls her and says, the lamb's still screaming, there's now a silence of the lambs because they're safe, and she's safe. I think this is one of Anthony Hopkins' best performances. He absolutely killed it. I think he won Best Actor for this. Fun fact about that, he was only in about 21% of the movie, just a very small amount. And I think that his record is he won Best Actor for being in the movie like the least amount of time of other Best Actors. So he was only in like 21% of the movie, but he won Best Actor for it, if that makes sense. So loved it, super fantastic, super thrilling, psychological, everything you could, like what else do you want out of a movie? What would you rate this one?
I thought that this was fantastic. Kind of what Holden said, it's a little bit of every genre, I would say, except for like comedy. Even at times I thought there was a couple lines where I got a chuckle out of it, but I thought it was fantastic. The storyline was great. The acting was just impeccable. I enjoy everything that was going on. You know, we had Hannibal storyline, we had the Buffalo Bill storyline. We also had the storyline of Clarice kind of dealing with some of the demons regarding like her father. You know, she's talking about the lambs and, you know, nightmares she would have. So all of this combined, on top of it, she's a trainee, you know? So there's a lot of different emotions going on. I appreciate that. I think they put a nice spin on what could have been a run-of-the-mill horror, suspense, whatever it's classified as officially. So I give them credit for that. They really went down a completely different road and it came out fantastic. You know, I can't say it enough, Anthony Hopkins made this movie for me. His portrayal of Hannibal just was fantastic. So I'm going to rate it a 9.5.
I think I'm right there with you. This is a solid 9.5 for me. Absolutely fantastic movie, deserving of Best Picture. But of course, these are just some of our thoughts. We'd love to know some of your thoughts down in the comments below. So leave us a comment down below. We'd love to check them out. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we post the next video. You can check out Patreon. You can get some of these videos early, and you can watch the full-length reaction to The Silence of the Lambs with me and Jen. You'll just need your own copy to sync up the footage, and you'll be able to do that. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.